right, so we are here with John Rammer, the one and only Executive Director of Kindness Ranch Animal Sanctuary. And John, why don't you just tell us a little bit about what we're doing today? We'll just start there.
So we received a email about a month and a half ago with the plea for help for four former research beagles that were sold to the illegal meat trade in China. And the email caught our attention. I did a little bit of investigating and making sure that it was a legitimate claim. And now here we are in Los Angeles a month later, and $20,000 worth of expenses later, we're rescuing these four dogs and hoping to get them back to Wyoming to their forever homes.
So these dogs have been used in laboratory research in China, correct? And then from there were illegally sold into the meat trade. Is that kind of what happened with these particular animals?
Yeah, the research end of it in China, they estimate that there's about 20 million dogs and cats that are used in research in China, and there's no real animal advocacy or welfare plans in place. So the future for those animals when research is done is very limited, and a lot of them end up either being donated or sold or stolen for the illegal meat trade. So if you can imagine what these four dogs have been through in their life, it's more than most people can really comprehend.
That is absolutely terrible. But thank God for Kindness Ranch and for everything you guys are doing. So you said roughly $20,000. Just generally, I know we can't go into full detail, but break that cost down just a little bit. And how can we help support Kindness Ranch in raising those funds as well?
So $20,000 is a rough estimate on how much, including unforeseen expenses.
Right.
The cost per dog to just hire the broker and pay for all the permits and everything is about $3,800 per dog, and that's just for transport to the States. And then we have the transport cost of staff to come to Los Angeles from Wyoming, pick up the dogs, unforeseen vet expenses. I have to give a shout out to the Big Three Rescue, who actually were at the forefront of saving these dogs and caring for them since January. So the dogs have had vet care. They're spayed, neutered, up to date on vaccinations and microchipped, and that made the process of getting them to the States so much easier. But then, like you say, there's unforeseen expenses, hiring brokers and paying the import fees and everything like that. I found out today that it was an extra $175 per dog that I didn't plan on spending. So there's a lot of unforeseen expenses as well. So by the time we're done with it, it'll be $20,000 or a little higher.
Well, so let's get to the good part of all this. So right now, these dogs are about to land from China, and they are going to be transported to the pickup area. What do you expect that to be like, and what's happening from there, and where are they going once they're picked up?
So I expect to cry.
Me too.
I've worked very hard on getting these dogs here. So they, at the time of filming this right now, they have landed and they're going through the customs side of things. Our broker is handling all of the paperwork, making sure that everything's in order. We'll pick them up, load them onto the van, and do a physical welfare check and basically tell them that everything's going to be okay. Then drive the 16 to 18 hours back to Wyoming, and lots of stops and potty breaks along the way. But we've got a great team. We're going to drive through the night and make it back to Wyoming tomorrow afternoon, and then turn them loose on 1,200 acres and let them experience true freedom for the first time.
Absolutely incredible. I'm going to be crying with you. So, well, is there anything else you want supporters to know before we wrap this up? And just on behalf of Frost Fund, we want to say thank you. Part of our mission is to support other nonprofits that are doing incredible work like you. So we are happy to be here and to do that, and in the weeks ahead to do that as well through different initiatives and methods. But before we wrap up, what's something maybe, I don't know, you feel like people should know that are watching this?
I think people should definitely show more support to nonprofits that are in animal rights and advocacy roles to try and prevent situations like the Beagles have been through. Having four Beagles go through so much in their short lives is a tragedy, but what's even more of a tragedy, I feel, is that we live in a world and societies that allow this to happen and turn a blind eye to it. So support the people that are trying to make a difference, and as a community, we can actually affect change.
Yeah, 100%. Couldn't agree more. Well, thank you for your time, and let's go get these beagles.
All right.
Let's do it.